Hey folks, how are you? Of course, the Boca always in the news cycle in South American football and even in politics now, because Boca has become political in the past few days. Not that they've never been political, it's just that the tendency of covering news when it comes to Boca in the last 24 to 48 to 72 hours has become a very politically slanted type of information, especially what happened with Mauricio Macri and the opposition to Juan Román Riquelme asking to postpone and now even to maybe not even have elections anymore within the club, which ends up being a major issue when it comes to Argentine football. The biggest controversy, though, was Juan Román Riquelme and Macri confirming that last year Almoez Ali, the Qatari international forward, plays over at Dusail Sport Club, that he was being considered, or he was offered by Mauricio Macri as a potential reinforcement for Boca right before the World Cup. The point was that one of the main sponsors for Boca, of course, an airline that was the sponsor for Boca just a while back, ended up wanting Ali to go over to Boca to maybe get some exposure, maybe get a bit of recognition, maybe get even some playing time over at Boca last year prior to the World Cup. Of course, Mauricio Macri goes and talks to Juan Román Riquelme. This is all confirmed. This is them saying that it did happen, that Macri wanted Ali to come to Boca, and maybe, could you throw him in and play him a few minutes in a Copa Argentina match? That's where things ended up getting a bit weird, because Riquelme said no. And shortly thereafter, the sponsorship that Boca had at that moment disappears. It's gone. It's done. So keep in mind, remember when Boca didn't have a sponsor until maybe a couple of months ago? Well, now we're seeing the reason why. So this was confirmed by Riquelme in various interviews that he gave yesterday, especially one that he gave late at night, at least in the United States, and even more so in Argentina. They're 2 hours ahead of the East Coast. That he confirmed that did happen, that Almoez Ali was in fact offered to Boca, and he didn't know who he was. And there was at that time, there was also the possibility of being able to bring back Dario Benedetto. So it's completely understandable what he was able to do. And then to add to that, you see that bit of controversy that ends up emerging, that Boca's more there for Macri for business as of right now. Now, again, I'm not promoting one candidate over another. It's just the news that's been given. It's just the controversial way that this reinforcement or this news has been offered, and it really puts a bit of a. And we knew, if you've been following the lead up to all of this, that this was going to be one of the dirtiest campaigns ever in terms of being able to hold a post or obtain a post in terms of within a club. There's never been a presidential campaign as dirty as it's been over the past few days, and things that have occurred kind of coincidentally with Boca and with Riquelme and with Macri involved, and with Andres Ibarra as well, who's running for president. Macri is going to be in that formula. He is the vice president. So it ends up being a bit of controversy. It ends up being a very difficult situation to kind of absorb, and it's only going to get worse. And we're going to see what happens within the club, because there's certain things that look very compromising, and there's certain things, and we're going to develop on them as the days go by, talking about them a little bit more. But this is getting a little bit uncomfortable in terms of how clubs are being run and where things are going and the aspirations that are going on. I'll be a little bit more extensive in a future video, but for now, that was the big news that emerged at Boca.